Hello there, good people of the world. Welcome to another. Hello there. Hello there, good people of the world. Welcome to another stream and video later on. Tonight we're going to continue. I should probably join the speech channel on Discord. Hello there, guys. How do you do?
Very cold. Extremely cold.
What does that mean? I'm not a native English speaker. The only thing that that I am able to understand is sauerkraut and schnitzel.
I live in Canberra in Australia and it is -2 centigrade.
-2 centigrade. That's pretty cold, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Con- Considering the time of the year, the season.
yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, I don't have a working heater at the moment, but I've got one on order.
Okay. So you're literally freezing your butt off right now.
Actually, I've got some nice long pants on, a shirt, and a hoodie.
Well, that's good enough, I guess. But -2 degrees centigrade, that is pretty cold, really. I mean, seriously. But if you have a computer that runs all the time, it might not be that cold, is it? Because it is producing heat. I mean, obviously you're playing this not so well optimized freak show of a flight simulator that does not necessarily mean that your computer is running cold and without effort. I need to invert my axes here. I remapped the levers. That was not a good idea. Here we go. So, are you guys ready to go? We're going to do some more Orient Express flying tonight. Power management, that is what I was looking for. And invert. Here we go. Let's see if this works. So, you know where we're taking off from? Which airport? I guess you've read the forums, maybe. But I can tell you, it is Lima, Quebec, Bravo, Kilo, and I would appreciate it if you could join the West Europe multiplayer server, because then I'm going to be able to see you.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm not. The other day I bought the Cessna 182 with a retractable gear. I'm not entirely familiar with the plane yet, but I am going to fly it tonight. Should do it.
Could you just mention the server again?
Yes, that is Lima, Quebec, Bravo,
No,
Kilo. The server,
not
sorry.
the. Yep.
The West Europe, please.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Hey, Jim.
Hey, how are you doing?
I can, there's always something. I can find always one little detail to complain about, but not today. I'm doing pretty good.
Ah, you must have grown up on a farm. There's always something to complain about, like the weather.
Nah, it's all right. Today, I don't know if you have something similar in the US or in the UK, but today in Germany there was something that was called Father's Day, which means we daddies can do whatever the hell we want, and we had I had a bunch of fun today. It was one of those rare cases when my kids actually brought something to me to my bed in the morning, versus the other way around usually.
Well, that's interesting that they do it on a day you'd normally be working on a Wednesday. I mean, on a Thursday. On a Thursday. Wow, that's crazy. They always do it on the weekend here in the U.S.
Okay. Yeah, I mean there are some weird holidays, but they're all already thinking. The Our government is already thinking about scrapping a couple of the holidays because they think that Germany is has lost some of its efficiency when it comes to the workforce. So they think it might be a good idea to put away some of the holidays. And then you've got people who are rightfully pissed off because they're also talking about taking away religious holidays, which is really a no go because that is basically interfering with the beliefs or with religious beliefs, and that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be separation of church and state.
Mm, sure. In reality,
So,
I'm not so
Yeah.
sure, but
Oh,
so you said it was Lima, Quebec, Bravo, Kilo.
correct.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's a little bit off the flight path.
Yeah, because last time the what we essentially did that was with the what was his name? I can unfortunately I can remember, but the guy from the Netherlands we had to stop in between because he had to go, I had to go, so we chose some airport that was along the route somewhere. And now I know which country we're in right now, actually, which is Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Bosnia Herzegovina. Herzegovina.
Herzegovina. Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
that's close anyway.
Yeah, it's good enough that people are going to recognize. So, hello, Vinny.
Hello.
How do you do?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well as well. Well, well. Let's take a look at the beginning at the map here. We have done about, I would say, like half of the tour, maybe a little bit more than that, but and we've left Italy. We flew through Slovenia, which is a pretty small country, then part of Croatia, and right now we're in Bosnia Herzegovina. I'm gonna get the hang of it at some point. So, and next up would be, unfortunately, in a little nav map we cannot see the actual countries. I think this is Bulgaria, right? They are using Cyrillic uh, letters. Yeah, that might be it. Okay.
Cyrillic. Yeah.
So, let's see what kind of runway might make sense tonight. We're at Banja Luka. I'm getting the tours mixed up here. Where the heck is it? There we go. Is everybody ready to go? There are a couple of other people in here, at least Cyber Smoke. I'm not sure if you're able to talk, but if so, and if not, that's all right with me. You can listen in. Hi
Yeah,
there.
I'm here. Hiya.
Welcome.
I just struggled to find you. I went to the starting point and no one was there.
Okay. So we're at this airport
I
called
went up
Banja
to
Luka and West Europe
Al,
server.
Al FPO. Is that where you guys are?
FP, no. Lima,
No.
Quebec, Bravo, Kilo.
Yeah, that's where I went. And I was
Okay.
on the right server.
Okay. Yeah, we had
Didn't
that.
see you.
We did have that problem the other day when we did another tour and people would not be able to see each other. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was no one there. So there was an airport 5 minutes away
Mm-hmm.
where I could see on the map there was like 5 or 6 planes.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not there.
Do you have the what is it called? The labels? Vinny, help me here. What is it called? I don't remember. I never remember.
Nameplate.
Nameplates, that's it.
Yeah, I can't see them in my menu, and I can't see anybody else's
Okay.
whenever I play.
I'll look for them. Okay. Go to graphics.
Graphics.
I
Yeah.
think it's graphics. Sec.
See, I always thought it was in online.
Yeah, probably.
It seems that once
Oh,
we're
hold on.
yeah, sure. Runway 34 will be the. We're gonna wait for everybody. Runway 34 will be the one to go. I'll switch to the weather. The sky looks nice. I mean, it's pretty close to getting dark, but it's a nice nice lighting right now.
Okay. You have to end the flight, then go to flight conditions.
Right.
You can set the weather to what you want. Air traffic, turn that off. You don't need a whole lot of random AI aircraft. Below that is multiplayer. Click on all players.
Yeah, I got that. Got all players.
Okay. That should be it.
No, I've like froze. It's froze me out. You guys carry on, and I'll figure it out. I'll figure it.
It's early. We can wait a couple of minutes if you want. There's no hurry.
Yeah.
No hurry at all. Take your time. The other day, I'm not sure who told me that I should take, I think it was you, Vinny, who was telling me I should take a look at the stream of Two-Tone Murphy. I saw him, actually, the other day. He was
great.
He was showcasing, I'm not sure if he was showcasing some Say Intention stuff. He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
Yeah, he does a great show.
Absolutely. I hope he's getting paid for his Say Intentions
Undoubtedly.
voice.
To use his voice, I'm sure he's getting paid every time somebody uses it.
Hopefully. I mean, it's, because this is possibly the best voice in the entire program, in the entire this whole Say Intention stuff. I mean, every other voice is pretty boring compared to him.
Agreed.
Let's see, line up here. I'm gonna switch back to some earlier time here because the headlamp is freaking me out here. I'm gonna go for like 8 o'clock in the morning. No GPS position. What the heck? Are the Russians again tampering with the signal here? What the heck? Data fields? No. Auto zoom, yes, please. But who wants the? Does anybody of you use the north up feature in the GPS? I always want to see where I'm going. I don't see the benefit of the north pointing to the north. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got the north pointing to the north.
Okay. Why? I'm really interested.
Because
Is there anything that helps you?
on the EFB, yeah, because that way I know whether I'm heading in an easterly direction, southerly direction,
Okay.
westerly direction, and I see the north pointing up from where I am.
Okay.
And pointing.
Okay.
So what part of the leg are we on? Because I'm downloading it from the Safari website. So
yeah.
I download the flight plan from there and then put it on, but you weren't at that airport.
No, we're
So
this is a very long tour, so we've done a couple of legs.
yeah, I've seen that. Right, you've already done legs, so you're somewhere out. I'm at the beginning then.
Yeah, but the beginning. No, we're in between.
You want to spawn in at Lima, Quebec, Bravo, Kilo, and if you have the flight plan loaded, you can do a direct to flight plan number 072 waypoint, and that will put you right where we are.
Well,
you're on West Europe server, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, I'm just at the beginning.
Right, just making sure for you to.
I can see Drop Bear here and Vinny and Jim. Where are you? Can't see you.
Oh, speak of the devil, I just got a notification.
I don't know what's going on. I thought I had everything enabled, but for whatever reason, my multiplayer does not seem to be working anymore, and I have no idea why.
I know exactly why that is. Because you're using a virtual reality headset and it's breaking your entire computer. You have the NVIDIA graphics card with fucked up drivers. All the
Well, it
time.
could be.
You have so many bugs in your system. This is awesome.
That may be. I don't know. You say you guys are on MSFS 2024?
Correct.
That might be a problem.
Yeah, the other day I was thinking about switching back to 2020 because there is so much, there are so many inefficiencies right now, so unoptimized. It's incredible. I'm glad I'm not using VR obviously right now because the gym is having trouble all the time. For some people it seems to be working nicely, but an equal amount of people have reported all kinds of problems. Am I at the wrong? Oh, yes, I am.
If I go to
it's fine.
aircraft traffic type, if I'm in the online settings, I'm in air traffic type and I set that to off. Is that correct?
I would leave it on because that might be the only way that you'll know whether or not your nameplates are on when you've bound it to a key and you hit that key. If none of us are near you, the only traffic you might see might be real traffic or AI traffic.
Okay, I leave that on. I'm on West Europe. Do you enable voice chat on or off, or does it matter?
I'm not sure about that setting in the sim.
I always have it turned off. Basically, because if I'm using voice, then I'm using Discord, not the
Right.
the native system here.
And then it's just a question of the all players, live players group settings. And if you're on the right server and you have nameplates turned on, you should see us.
You could have told me, Vinny, that I was at the wrong end of the runway. You were just sitting
I
there.
could have.
Yes, you could have, but you didn't. You mean old man.
So on the flight interface, you want to basically have land markers. I just have everything to on. Show airport markers, display labels for all on-screen POIs, show traffic nameplates on, everything on, right?
I only have the traffic nameplates, nothing else, because I don't want to be looking at icons. But
okay. Well, let me shut everything else off.
I'm not sure it matters with the actual problem, but you can. At least you should have the nameplates turned on.
Do the same. I'm just going to turn off and back on again. So you guys get going when you're ready.
Okay, do you see me?
I can see Drop Bear and I can see Vinny, but nobody else yet.
I'm out in the grass.
I see Control Freak, and I can see you. Defrag?
Yeah, that's me. That's Matt. But
yeah, I know it's you. Yeah,
nobody else.
I can see you. Maybe that. That's probably because there's no one else here.
Do we
Most likely.
Do we know what Sky's handle is in sim?
That's a good question. I'll take a look if I have him on the friend list. I've got someone called Parabolic. I think that's you, right? Nah, he's gone. Jim's gone. No, Jim's there. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of guys here, but I don't know.
I see a nameplate that starts with the word drop, D-R-O-P.
That's me. That's drop there.
That's Law, yes. Oh, yes, I can see you on the list.
And I see Matt.
Could you just wait a minute or two? I just got to fix up
Mm-hmm.
where I've got my throttle.
So the only one that's missing is Sky.
I'm gonna put in some fuel here. I'm burning fuel idle. My taxi fuel. That would be 0.5 gallons per hour. This thing is thirsty.
Yeah, I got a stagger wing. I'm flying a stagger wing.
Mhm.
Nice and reasonably fast.
Okay, but you got to show it to us because I cannot see you yet.
Okay, I'll come down.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I can see you. There you are. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him. He's over in the parking area.
yeah. But you have got this. Unfortunately, you've got the Asobo passive aircraft generic piston one engine D17. Blah blah blah.
That's it.
That's it.
Is it a low wing single prop tail dragger?
Yeah.
Well, at least the model matching
That's
somehow
what I see.
works. Yeah.
I wonder if he sees pontoons on my plane.
You're. What is it with these?
No, I don't see pontoons on your plane.
Oh, good. It looks like Matt sees wheels on me today too.
Yes, I do. I wasn't paying attention to this, but yes, you are. You're hovering in the air, but you do have wheels.
Once
You're
we're
not.
in the air, it won't matter.
You seem to be hovering in the air.
You see me in the air too. Interesting.
No, you don't. I don't. You
You don't?
got wheels on the ground. You know,
Okay.
no
So
pontoons or anything.
it's as I expected. It's Matt. That's the weirdo.
it's, it's always the same. I don't know. Maybe I should I should just delete 2024 and go back to 2020. I never had that kind of problem.
Nope. Me neither. 2020 was running smooth when I switched, and I had nothing but problems for quite a while. But now I've got it running pretty stable.
2020 gave me those problems. Gave me those problems and still is. If I don't have the plane that other people have. I mean, I've been flying helicopters and whatever, and I see them as A320s without a nose wheel, that kind of thing.
Yeah, there was always a problem with model matching in 2020.
Yeah.
Jim, you there? Is he dead, Jim?
Yeah, I don't
Nah.
know what I'm doing. It's acting funny again.
Hopeless.
It seems like everything works until I get into multiplayer mode, and then everything just goes to pieces.
Oh, there you are. I can see you.
Yep, I see him down there at the other end of the runway.
Beautiful.
I'm going to use this app to move at the other end of the runway.
There's an app for everything.
All I see is Jim's nameplate, and there's no aircraft under it.
You've got an X Cub.
Yeah, actually, I see two nameplates, which in 2024 is pretty common.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I only see one, but he's got an X Cub. This thing is not going to be able to keep up with us. We're going to run you over multiple times.
The X Cub will not keep up. You don't think it can go about 140?
What? You're kidding. What are you going to have to do that this thing flies 140? Do you rip off
The
the
NX,
gear?
it's the NX Cub, not the,
I know
just the
that.
regular.
I know that's the one with the GPS and all that stuff, and the tricycle gear. But 140 seriously?
Yeah, 135, 140, I think I've got up to.
Okay. Well, then it's might even be faster than my plane.
So I've flown down the other end of the runway to look at Jim's aircraft, and all I see is a person hovering in the air in a seated position, casting a shadow on the runway. I see no aircraft at all.
Why don't you
Although it does
guys go
say
ahead and
NX Cup.
start? I'm going to reset my
Okay, let's go.
my sim, and I'll try to find you.
Okie dokie. So,
Sounds like a plan.
gentlemen, your engines are already started, so let's go.
Let's go.
I can see two control freaks there. It's nice. There can never be enough of you.
What waypoint are we flying towards?
I'd say we're just gonna follow Control Freak because he's the guy who's always in control of the flight plan. Whatever shit I am doing, he usually knows where we need to go. So I'm lazy. I'm just gonna follow him. I mean, I should be the one leading these legs, but I am not. Essentially, he's doing it for me.
If you have the flight plan loaded, then the waypoint is FPL 072. We were between 71 and 72 when we landed.
Do actually the flight plan and the original flight plan would not have these generic labels, but they would be called the next one that you're looking at is really called Orlovac or Oriovac. Do you see the real labels?
Yeah, Oriovac, I see that.
Okay, all right.
I see them in little nav map. The next one after that would be Slavansky BROD something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I load that flight plan into the sim, they get these generic waypoint names.
Okay.
But it's easy to coordinate between little nav map and the sim.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good.
Oh, yes.
What airport did you say you were going to again? Sorry.
We're not really going to an airport. We're going to a waypoint that if you loaded the plan into your sim, it might be called FPL for flight plan 072.
After the takeoff, it's waypoint 74.
I have Nova Gradiska before, I don't know what the other name.
Now the one that
Oreo
I have
Vac.
that one. I have that one at 73.
that's the one before the one that we're heading to.
Yeah.
So
On
right now
our
we're
map anyway.
we're gonna go to, what is it called? Oreo Vac, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you're headed to Oreo Vac.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay, I'm having problems with my plane, so I'm going to switch.
You've got problems with your plane. Okay.
Yeah, thought it was. Well, I'm not sure what speed it was going at. Supposed to be going at, but I wasn't getting over 130.
We're flying towards a peak which is called Gradina. Let's talk to, I've got Murph on standby, so he's supposed to tell us something about the surroundings here. Let's go. Hello there, Murphy.
See
How
what
do
he
you do?
knows.
Oh, by the, I should activate the stream here.
Hello there, I'm doing grand, thank you. Just enjoying the view from up here, how about you?
Live, there we go. If you want to be able to listen to Murph, you could activate the stream that I put on Discord, so it's easier. I'm doing well, Murph. What's happening here? What's going on in the surroundings? Is there anything that worth mentioning?
At about our 1 o'clock position, just a few miles out, you'll see the stunning Verbas River. This river is a gem of the region, known for its crystal clear waters and dramatic canyons. It flows through the heart of Bosnia and Herzegovina and is a favourite spot for adventurers, especially those who fancy whitewater rafting. Legend has it that the river is home to a mythical creature called the Verbas dragon that protects the waters, so keep your eyes peeled. And who knows, you might just spot a splash or two.
Mm-hmm. A dragon. I can see Jim. You're doing funny things in the air. You're warping.
Yeah.
But
okay, so you're near me?
Yes, I can see you at least. You're on my 10 o'clock.
Okay, am I a little bit ahead of you?
No, not really. In relation to the spot that we're flying to, you're not ahead of us, I would say. But if you're flying to the, it's all right, because if you're flying to the waypoint Oriovac, then we're going to meet up there, I guess.
I have no idea why right now because my flight plan isn't in here.
Vinny, would you care to slow down a little bit? Because I'm very, very slow compared to you. I'm doing 130 to 135. You're doing this on purpose, are you?
No.
I'm not so sure.
I'll make a couple circles and wait for you.
Okay.
I've slowed down now to 130-ish.
That's so nice of you. I'm burning
At least I can do.
20.
What bearing are you guys on right now?
45 to like 50 degrees Celsius. Dude,
Yeah, I just
no.
started circling, so
Or
I can't give
heading?
you a
What
bearing.
heading?
That's the heading that I was talking. I'm just kidding you. No, like 40 right now, but we're flying in a different direction than you. So you should just go to the to the waypoint Oriovac if you can see it on the map. Otherwise, we can just we could fly to you. You're pretty close already. You should, if you want to meet up with us, you should probably fly to a heading of, I'd say, go south, 180. And then you should be able to see us, really. If you have the nameplates activated, you should already be able to see us. Thanks, Vinny. I can see you now. That is so awesome. I'm diving down on you. I have more energy. My 30 millimeter. Can you see us, Jim? You might want to press that button in case you want to talk to us.
Yeah, no, I can't see you.
You cannot see us. Okay, I can see you. And you're pretty close, I would say. No, I am at your maybe 10 o'clock.
Are you guys in a rainstorm?
No.
No?
Or did you change the weather?
I have live weather, and we've got, I would say it's scattered
Nice
like,
conditions.
yeah, there are clouds there, but like 5, 10, something like that.
Yeah, I heard you say you set the time to about 8, so that's what I did too.
Mm-hmm. There's
I see Jim Men drop behind us.
Mm-hmm. There's a Titanic
One
sinking
other
right
thing.
in front of us. Go ahead.
Yeah,
So what time are you guys using?
one thing about the flight sim is, if you can't see anyone, just move the time a minute or so,
Okay.
and you should be able to see us.
Might be worth a try. We're at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot of time. 1 or 2 minutes either way, and then you should be able to see us. It
Mm-hmm.
does that for some reason. I don't know why.
I guess because there are lots of things going on in the background. Maybe this is some kind of update in the background. It's loading new data. Maybe it's also loading new position data or something like that. But if it works, that's good to know.
So I'm at 8:08 at 6:08 UTC. Does that
8 a.m. local
Anybody?
time, really. But yes, it is 7:40 UTC, and we're 2 hours later here, so it's 9:40. That's what I have. Now, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but in the morning, somehow in the morning.
Okay, well,
As long as you can see something, because we're doing this tour with the idea of sightseeing, so it might be nice to have daylight conditions. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see a whole
Yeah,
lot.
I got on daylight.
Okay.
I'm going to try to reload in the
It doesn't really
flight.
matter. As long as you can see something.
I see a drop B3 AR-63. Is that anybody?
Drop there, and there's something going on. Something weird going on. I keep on losing power.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
Is anybody called drop?
Yes.
Yes? Drop there. I'm Australian.
Okay, you just flew over the trees beyond my visual sight now.
Actually, I'm
heading
in
that
the
way.
trees. I'm in the trees because for some reason I lost my power to the engines, and I have no idea why. And now I'm spinning. I'm trying to get up into the air using slew, and I am spinning. I was spinning.
Okay.
Okay, now I've got power.
Now, I'm curious, can you guys, do you have an option to shut off your rolling cache? Because I do not even have that option in my MS 2024.
I thought that would be something that would have been addressed in the last update, Sim Update 2, that you have this option, or at least you can reduce. Because the one problem that I had in the past was I had set the cache to like, I don't know, 64 gigabytes, and then I wanted to
And then you
reduce
couldn't reduce it.
Exactly. And I didn't look at it yet at this option, but they were supposed to at least implement the option to reduce the cache. But I don't know if
You
it's there.
understand that this is a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. The cache
There is a convoluted process that you can go through to delete the cache file. If you Google it, you can find it's posted somewhere. I found it.
It's
and it
one
does
single
work.
file. Yes, it is one
It
single
is,
file.
yes.
I can delete it, and I've done all the shader cache deletions, all of that stuff. And because I think what happens is that fills up, and then it pauses your sim while it tries to update.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to shut the whole thing off.
What you can
And I
do,
can't.
what you can do is set the days. It from zero to 30 days. Up to every 30 days, it'll refresh itself.
At our 1 o'clock position,
Well, I've just
just a
been
couple of
deleting
kilometres
it,
away,
and I
we'll
just
spot a
deleted
moving
it before
park.
this flight, and
This is
it doesn't make any
Plug J,
difference.
a delightful
And when I
recreational
deleted
area
it,
that's
it
perfect for
reset
a
it
wee
back to
stroll or
16
picnic.
gig.
It was
I had it
established
at
to commemorate the
256,
victory in World War
and
II,
I
it's a
don't know,
favourite spot for locals to
I don't know
gather
what's going
and
on.
enjoy the
And maybe
fresh
I
air.
just am
Or
trying
you
to
can
run
see
too
families
many
enjoying a sunny
apps,
day,
but
or
the
folks
thing
playing
is,
games on the
my
green.
frame rates and
Legend has it
everything
that if you make
look
your way
like they're
to a
just
standing
fine. I
park,
don't
it's
see
bound to come
anything
true. Just
stressing
don't
the
forget to say it
CPU
out
or
loud,
video
or the
card,
fairies won't
and
keep
just
it for
things
themselves.
just are
So
glitchy.
keep your eyes peeled.
And
Maybe we'll
especially
spot some
when I'm in
bushwhackers down below.
and multi-fly, and
Unfortunately, I didn't get anything that you said because Two-Tone Murphy was babbling on and on and on.
he does that at times. Actually, when I got up this morning, he was doing a live stream on the helicopter that's coming out. I think it's an Apache, but they call it the Hunter helicopter, and it's by Quick Flight, KWIK FLIGHT in at any build, and it looks like it should be interesting because it's actually a military type, and they send you on missions to shoot things. It's pretty
What?
interesting.
In a civilian simulator for civilian aviation, they're letting you shoot stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Weird.
I don't know. He was out flying around, and he was on a mission, and he was taking on damage, and it's kind of like, I think it's an add-on. I think you have to buy the missions packs from this place. I don't think it's not from Asobo. Yeah. They might put it in the marketplace, but it's not supposed to be that way. I mean, by default.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Microsoft's been struggling with actually implementing any kind of real halfway realistic damage model, because the manufacturers of the planes probably don't want their planes to be destroyed in detail. I don't know. We were talking about this weeks ago, I think, Vinny. This is... I don't know. I would love to have some kind of damage. Even in the late 90s, they were able to do something like this. And but Microsoft never did that. It's a bit silly, really. I'd like to fly with a plane that only has maybe one aileron or no gear, because I trashed it. But it would be an interesting emergency situation that you could simulate, so...
Actually, you can have simulated failures.
You can have, excuse me, I didn't really get it.
You can have simulated failures on your aircraft.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
Just yesterday, a friend of mine was flying with us, and he decided to send out a mayday when he was landing. After he sat down, his plane caught fire.
Okay.
And they sent out fire trucks for him.
But yeah, I'm talking about damage that actually, I mean, fire that we're not. Are we talking about something that actually was kind of debilitating the plane? The fire was the engine going out, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, you can get oil leaks, engines shutting off, all that kind of thing.
But it depends on the airplane, right? Was that some kind of add-on airplane?
No.
Okay. I never had that.
It was 777 Max.
Okay.
What you can do is go into the controls, into the menu, and set up failures. You give it a percentage of possibility, probability to happen, and along your flight, it might happen.
Okay. I never tried that, really. But I'm also talking about some kind of structural damage that you can have on planes. I mean, if you're diving too quickly, then it's going to rip off your wings, something like that. Or if you land with too much, with a too high descent rate and all that. Yeah, go ahead.
You can overstress your engine, all
that
stuff.
I don't think you actually see your wings rip off, but you'll get the overspeed warning, and it will damage your airplane.
Yeah, and it will basically it will end the simulation if you do that. If the stress damage is too much, then it's going to end the flight.
No, it won't if you set it properly.
It's going to reset. Yeah, it's going to respawn you, but I mean, it's basically going to end the flight. It's going to reset the flight at a certain position. But I'm talking about something. There was a simulator in the late 90s which was called Flight Unlimited. That was from a company called Looking Glass. And when you were flying in a plane and doing a very rough landing, for example, it would really rip off literally physically rip off your gear, or if you were doing some kind of a stupid stunt, then it would rip off your wings or your aileron or whatever. And this kind of physical damage, that does not happen in Flight Simulator. At least it's not going to be represented in the Flight Sim. You cannot see your wing rip off, and you're not going to feel the effect of that. But in this old simulator from the late 90s, you were able to experience that. And that is something that I mean, they're doing so much with the entire, with the physics model and all that. It really works quite well and realistic. But these little details that add something to the immersion, that you can damage your plane physically and see it, that you did damage it, that's missing. And that is something I don't know, might not necessarily.
If your plane, if your engine catches fire, for instance, you're going to see smoke coming out.
Okay.
You can do tail strikes and you'll see sparks.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's something at least.
And you can pull the fire handle for your engine. If you have two engines, you can make it, and it'll put the fire out.
Okay. Or you can fly through the rain like we do right now. Do you guys have rain? Because I got rain right now.
Oh, I can see it off to my port at about 10 o'clock.
Vinny, you got rain? You've got live weather?
No, I don't. Yeah, I have live weather on, but I don't see any anything
heck?
that looks like precipitation.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's hazy and there's clouds in the distance, but I'm not seeing any nearby weather.
Okay, you can see the drops on my windshield here, or on the door window. There is
live rain on, and haven't passed through any rain.
Okay.
Live weather. Should be rain if there is any.
Lots of agricultural areas here. And there is a rainbow. Look at that. That only comes with rain, obviously. I've had rainbows in the sim in the weirdest situations. I don't know. There's, I mean, it always shows up when there is rain, and sometimes you can see double or triple rainbows. It's they're overdoing it quite a little bit here and there. I mean, it's beautiful. I won't complain, but not necessarily what would happen in real life. Murph, can you see the rainbow back there at 9 o'clock?
The rainbow at our 9 o'clock. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? Rainbows are formed when
He's
sunlight
lying.
hits raindrops in the atmosphere, creating that magical spectrum of colours.
I can't see
They
one.
often symbolise hope and good fortune, so let's hope it brings us some luck on our journey. Just remember, if you see a pot of gold at the end, it's probably just a trick of the light.
Murph's pretending to see it as well. Oh, there's an airport up ahead, right? No, that's not an airport. We've got quite a bit of crosswind here. I guess I can't see it on the, because this antiquated system here doesn't show me any crosswind, but I can feel it. Where did you go? Now, I need to activate the autopilot here so that I can take a look at a proper map here. Did you activate the autopilot? Yes, you did. So, where's my Google Maps? I think we should be entering the country of... Where are we? Serbia, probably. Or Montenegro? Which one is it? Nah. I think this might be... Montenegro, probably. There's Budapest, so Hungary is to the north. I'm so lost. No, we're going to enter Serbia pretty soon. And there are the tracks down there. This is that was the original idea, to follow the railroad tracks, and they're right beneath us, which is nice. There's a pretty settlement. So I'm with older guys here. All of you are not 18 anymore. So let me put a question into the room, and do you have any... Does anything come to your mind when you hear the number 1066? I mean, it's unfair because the UK guys probably know this better than guys from other countries. But 1066, does that ring any bell?
No bells here.
Nope. Yeah, well, Loy might be a candidate who might know this, but he's deactivated his microphone, so he won't talk currently. There was... No, I'm not gonna tell you, because this is gonna be a...
Okay, I'm on. Right.
You're there. So, 1066.
Okay. Let's see.
Battle of Hastings, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a history lesson for this on... I'm trying out something that I'm curious whether this works properly. I did a history lesson on the Tunguska event using the flight simulator, and I'm gonna do another one with the idea to tell something about the events of 1066, because it's a pivotal point in history for England, really, and the entirety of Europe. Where are you guys going? I should pay attention here. Drop Bear and Jim are going to the right. Where is Vinny?
Yeah.
I'm following your flight
Oh,
plan.
yes.
I believe it goes right along the railroad
Yes,
tracks.
you are absolutely right there.
Yeah. It's called Sid.
The river?
The next waypoint, actually.
Okay.
See, I'll have a look at the river.
Jim, you're flying like a maniac here.
I'm having all kinds of problems with this.
It looks pretty controlled, but it looks a little bit like Holer Togni in the air.
I can't tell you what the river is.
Giving me incorrect
Yeah.
fuel mixture, and it's just it's just weird. It's kind of oscillating up and down, and I'm trying to hold it.
I can't tell you what the name of the river is since it's all in Cyrillic.
So, yeah, sure. I don't know either. We could use. There's a no. Google Map does use Cyrillic as well, I guess.
No, it'll translate.
Okay, because I'm only using
That's-
Open Street Maps right now. Let's take a look at Google.
I'm pretty sure it translates. Or else,
Yes, it does.
People,
You're right.
yeah,
It does.
yeah.
So,
Well, it'd have to, because people that go on trips to other countries
mhm.
wouldn't be able to know where they were.
That's true. Vinkovci. Where the heck are we? I could just search for it. Vinkovci. There we are. Oh, it's Croatia. Okay. I didn't expect that. So, there we are. Mirkovci. There, but which river is it? This one here, right? And it's called Bosut, something like that. And there's the railroad track. It goes in a straight line, which is pretty convenient. It's hard to miss.
Starting to stabilize a little bit now.
That's nice.
This kind of looks like Iowa.
Yeah, with all these, with all this agricultural stuff going on here, all these fields.
Yeah, but Iowa doesn't have too much of the wheat or the light tan stuff. It's all green, corn and soybeans.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rich soil here, so they grow that every year.
But that isn't that. I would say it's in danger of establishing some really monoculture, because I mean, if you're always growing
Yeah.
the same stuff.
Yeah. You should,
Yeah,
you should really rotate your
Right.
crop.
And one of the things that we do, my brother and I kept the farm and we're renting it to my cousins, and they do what's called cover crops.
Mm-hmm.
So they put a lot of, they grow other, like certain types of plants between the corn rows and bean rows and stuff in order to keep adding back into the soil.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of makes sense. What is the majority of the corn being used for? To feed cattle, or what is it? Or is it going to be used?
Kind of a, yeah. A lot of the folks think that all the corn here is used to feed people, but very little of the corn that is grown is used to feed people. Almost all of it's fed to livestock.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the things that happens here in Germany as well.
And it's interesting that when we did plant sweet corn to have sweet corn in the late summer, and he'd plant like he'd plant like 4 long rows of it, probably, I don't know, 200 or 300 meters long. And I'd say, why did you plant so much? And he says, well, I have to have enough to feed the raccoons and enough to feed us.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's no raccoons in Germany, are there?
Yes, we do have some, but not really that many yet. But they're breeding. So in the neighborhood of my of an uncle and aunt that I have in the city of Kassel, that's somewhere in the middle of Germany. They have a really, it's almost, I would call it a plague, because they have so many raccoons that are that are in the neighborhoods, and they're emptying the trash cans and all that. So they are present in some parts of Germany, not everywhere.
Yeah. Australia's got the strictest quarantine rules in the world, you know, and unfortunately, before that came into pass, in the 1800s, a fellow, some British guy, decided he wanted to hunt rabbits,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought 8 rabbits over from England and let them loose.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are millions of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bloody plague.
Mm-hmm.
They basically bred like rabbits.
Yeah. And they're getting fed quite well, and in the suburbs there's lots of stuff that they can eat. So it's only natural that they're staying here and trying to sort out the trash from the good stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm glad we're not having any
At our 12 o'clock
bears
position,
in
just
Germany.
about 3
Otherwise,
kilometres away, you'll see a lovely park. This is a
Yeah.
delightful spot where folks come to enjoy nature and maybe even have a picnic. It
stop
was established to
talking.
provide a green space for the community.
He's getting on my nerves. Whenever I want to talk, he's going to talk as well. Good old Murphy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, raccoons can be pretty nasty as well, but they probably won't be able to kill you. Unless there's a number of them. If you manage to upset an entire family, not sure. I don't want to be in their way.
It's a shame you can't actually see yourself sitting on the seat.
What do you mean, sitting in the plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you look down, you see an empty seat.
Yes, I do. I turned off the body because there's a weird bug. If I have the pilot body activated and I move around in the cockpit, I'm using the track IR system, and if I move my head forward and backwards, then I'm gonna look through the mouth of my virtual of my character here, so I can see his I can see his face from behind. That doesn't really work well. So I turned off the body.
You can see your own teeth, kind of thing.
Exactly. Or your mouth, your tongue, all the things that I don't want to be seeing.
Yeah, I can do that too. But as soon as I get move forward a bit, so I am actually sitting in the seat and not inside it. You can't see I can't see my body. I can see my co-pilot sitting next to me. At least the co-pilot, doesn't look like I'm flying with a corpse like in 20.
I turned off all of that. The co-pilot basically blocks my view out of the window. I want to be sightseeing here and not looking at these weird co-pilot characters. They're not very pretty. I decided to turn it off, all of it.
Yeah, I forgot to do that today. I usually don't fly with co-pilot. Other than bitching better.
Yeah, sure. But she does have her uses sometimes. Yeah, Jim is behind me.
Oh, I'm going off course here.
So Matt, do you use the Bravo throttle quadrant?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to like really spin your?
You forgot to hit the button.
Do you really spin your trim wheel to get it to react?
Yes. I have an additional. I have a third party tool, a software tool, which is called SimTrim, and that
Yeah, I heard about that.
it kind of.
Do you use that?
Yes, I do. Because otherwise, I'll have to spin that wheel. I don't know how many rotations until I can see actually some kind of effect. Because I mean, unfortunately, the trim wheel is not working as a real axis, but it's button presses. So you're gonna have to, and it really depends on the plane. In some planes it works better, in some it works not as well. But I need to use the SimTrim software because otherwise it's not going to work in any way that makes sense. I'm gonna have to spin it so many times to just get even the littlest effect. So it doesn't. It's not fun otherwise. But I understand why they did this, because once you have activated the autopilot and the autopilot is going to start trimming the plane, and it's actually, also moving the trim wheel. And if you turn off the autopilot and then you have a real axis trim wheel, then it's going to jump. And because obviously there would probably not be a motor inside your throttle quadrant trim wheel, which can adjust to do what the autopilot does. So, you know what I mean? You would have some kind of discrepancy between what the sim does and what the sim does.
Right.
Yeah, but yes, I like the Bravo throttle quadrant a whole lot. It's beautiful. It's pretty high quality. It works well, but the trim wheel is a bit of an issue. But it's been like that for, I don't know, since the product came out. So people find their way to deal with it.
Probably should get that out, because I don't know, certain planes you just like spinning it like crazy. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Other planes, hey, this is not too bad.
Yeah, that's true.
The NX Cub, you got to spin it like crazy.
Kodiak as well.
Someone will probably come out with a piece of hardware that is a trim wheel.
Everett's 123 Belgrade Tower. Identified 23 miles northwest of Belgrade. Maintain flight level 210. Proceed to Lupix, then as filed.
They'll come out with
what the heck is going
all
on?
kinds of hardware, flight control, computer, altimeters, and all kinds of stuff. You can make practically design a flight simulator, a realistic flight simulator. Almost commercial grade.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the money. But I've never seen one with a sim wheel, a trim wheel. So they'll probably come up with that soon.
I mean, you can buy it. There are trim wheel only appliances. I think there's hardware that only simulates a trim wheel. Or you can create one yourself. I mean, it's not that difficult, I guess, if you have a little bit of knowledge about electronics, and if you buy the right components, you probably could build one yourself. But yeah, the Bravo throttle quadrant, and there is one other brand. I think it's called what's it called? Where you also get a yoke and throttle quadrant together, and this one also has a trim wheel, and it's actually an axis. What is this? What the heck is it
Well, you can
called?
probably map the trim wheel to to something on your yoke or
Yeah, sure,
throttle.
absolutely. But it would be a you wouldn't have an axis, but you would have maybe, for
Voice
example, a
adjustment.
rocker switch, something like that, and
Yeah.
push it. Yeah, I had that before. Until I had the Bravo throttle quadrant, I was always using rocker switches for this.
Hmm.
And it works quite well. So it's just a little bit of an immersion extra to have a real wheel.
Yeah. I'm
What?
right on your 6 o'clock break.
Yeah. You're basically crawling in his behind.
Yeah, I'm right up his butt.
Mm-hmm.
Careful.
Oh, I will be. I wouldn't go in. I'm not.
Fortunately, we're 10 p.m. here in Germany, so it's adult zone. It's adult time. That's all right.
Yeah. Well, 6 a.m. in Australia.
Yeah.
Go!
So no kids on.
Not yet, or
No,
not anymore
no,
with me, and not yet with you.
no, not at all with me because this kid's going to school. They're getting ready to go.
Okay. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
From Australia. All right. Which area are you from? Which region? City?
Canberra.
Canberra. Okay.
Canberra.
Mm-hmm.
The ACT. Uh, for some reason, a lot of people, Americans, think Sydney is the national capital.
That's one of the few things that I learned at school that I do remember. That Sydney is not the capital of Australia. That's true. Yeah, Canberra is. But I mean, it's actually a smaller city, so it's been in the same in Germany as well. There was always the capital was the city of Bonn, which nobody
Yes.
would have guessed if they didn't know.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
Yeah. And I think it's Berlin, right?
Right now it's Berlin, yes,
Yeah.
but it used to be Bonn before the reunification.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm flying in flying.
Canberra. Okay, that's so nice. We've got people from all over the world in these nice little group flights.
Yeah, I fly in quite well, just about every day
Mm-hmm.
in Aussie group flights, and we have people from Germany and Canada,
Mm-hmm.
America, uh, England. We have 3 or 4 from Australia.
Yeah, there is an Aussie group. I think they're explicitly
Yeah,
calling themselves Aussie group.
the Australian group flights.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I fly with them different times.
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. Well, we're about half Aussie and half everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
UK, Croatia, Canada, the US,
Well, basically all over
England,
the planet. The other day, a
yeah,
couple of weeks ago,
even Japan.
I had a guy from Jamaica, and you
Yeah,
could actually make out that he was from Jamaica because of his accent. It was funny. It
yeah,
was good. It was a
yeah. I
nice
flew
guy.
with Jamaican from there, in there, and had Japanese fellow. I don't know what city he was in, or well, whereabouts he was in Japan, but he was in there. Huh?
Was he able to speak English a little bit so everybody could
Oh yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I think so. I'm not sure if he was on. He was. I don't know if he was on Discord or just flying with us. Can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
But
But
he
it's
had a Japanese Japanese tag.
I see.
It's in Japanese.
Okay. I mean, it's awesome.
New
Basically,
Zealand, yeah, New Zealand, everywhere.
yeah. That's one of the beauties of being able to play using multiplayer platforms like this,
Yeah,
because you've got a shared passion really here.
yeah. Have you got your wheels down, or is it, or do you have supposed to? Oh, hold on, they're gone now. I think. Just check.
Your gear looks like it's out to me, but don't
Yeah,
lend any credence to that.
yeah, freak. I
I
think your wheels down. I'm not sure.
yeah, but
Oh, I'm in a caravan. My wheels are always down.
Oh, right. Sorry.
oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
your
now that you're mentioning it, my gear is still down. I'm such an idiot because I
yeah,
I've got the
yeah,
retractable gear version here, dude.
I've done that, and sometimes I've
Yep, your
even
gear's
kept my
gone now.
flaps down. I've
Yeah,
kept my flaps down as well and wondered, what the hell? I'm not getting any speed.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll slow you down.
Right now I had to reduce the throttle because otherwise I would have taken over here. I would have.
Well, how fast do you think you can go now? I'll speed up a little.
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe 140, 35, something like that.
At 125 at the moment.
But you're in a
Oh, there's
aren't you in a
135.
King Air?
Yes.
Okay. That thing can fly
You could blow our
quite a lot.
doors off.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm flying all alone except my co-pilot because I checked my passengers out. Unfortunately, I didn't have parachutes for them.
Oh well. I mean, you got to reduce your weight, right?
Yeah, saves on fuel.
It's better for the environment. Less humans, less fuel.
Less global warming.
Are we going to land there? Just for fun? I mean, it's directly up ahead. It might be an easy landing, just for kicks. If nothing
I mean,
else.
is that a runway?
Yeah,
I think so. It
got
looks
an
like a
ILS
runway.
and everything. Let's see.
I'm just going to do a touch and go. We don't need to stop, but I like to touch the soil once every while, because otherwise I'm going to get airsick. You just went away there. No, you warped to a different altitude. Now my
8,000.
my plane
Yeah.
is reminding me of dropping the gear. all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
the length of the runways are roughly 8,200 feet.
There are two
Asphalt.
runways, actually, right?
Yes, they're both around 8,200 feet and they're both asphalt.
I'm going to take the left one.
I'm going to follow drop bear in.
Mm-hmm.
I have grandkid piano recital. I'm going to have to leave a little early, so in a few minutes.
No problem. What's the time anyway? Let's see. 20 minutes past 10.
Yeah, we'll do a quick touch and go here and find another place to land a little further down the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a nasty landing there. I would do not like that landing. Came in too fast. All right. They're not both 8,000 feet long. Or are they? Yeah.
So we're going to...
Have you
Go
got
ahead.
a halfway point here on this flight?
Excuse me? I didn't really get that.
You got a halfway point?
A halfway point?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle, you mean?
Oh,
No, we don't really have. I would say that we're just choosing the end point of our current leg once the
right.
time is right.
Just
You
one.
know.
Yeah, just wondering.
No, there's no fixed end or beginning really. We just fly as long as we want to. We're gonna approach Belgrade pretty soon. It's one of the big cities here.
We're approaching Belgrade now. There's an airport.
Mm-hmm. And on the left-hand side, I think there's the city center. Because I can see photogrammetry buildings. That usually means there's some bigger city around.
Yeah, I can see that too. 3 heliports that I can see. Helipads.
Where is Vinny?
Belgrade seems to be well populated.
Oh, there you are.
Is it cloud here?
Excuse me?
Cloud.
Clouds? Yes, I can see clouds.
At about 4,600 feet.
Hmm. probably. I'm not that high yet, but it's not entirely overcast, but let's say 7, 10, something like that.
Well, I think I got to get going now. So, hey, it was nice flying with you. One of these days, I'll try to get things sorted with all of this, and I'll be able to stay up with you.
Don't worry, Jim. It's nice that you join in. Anytime. You're very
Okay,
welcome.
well,
Take care.
thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun when it works, and I don't know why the very first couple of times I was doing groups, the flights and it worked great. Now it's just nothing but problems. So I don't know if there's some cumulative effect that builds up and causes it to get worse and worse, or what. It's just weird.
It's probably the weird names that I give to my tours, so I'm not sure. It's my aura, or I always cause chaos.
I don't know.
Not really.
Not really.
Lots of big buildings here. Probably most of them are still residential skyscrapers, or not exactly skyscrapers, but these. It's pretty. It used to be pretty common in the in the country that doesn't exist anymore. I'm not sure what the abbreviation in English was. I think it was GDPR, the German Democratic Republic, something like that, as opposed to the FRG, Federal Republic of Germany. So the country that doesn't exist anymore because we swallowed it. So they had lots of these big buildings where people were living in flats and apartments, many of them in one single building, and they seem to have the same kind of buildings here. Lots of them. My family basically is the best example of reunification of the country, because I'm from the western part of Germany and my wife is from the eastern part, so we're a mixed bag. And my wife actually was born. She's old enough that she was still born in the eastern part of Germany, which doesn't exist anymore. But she has still has a birth certificate that was created in old Germany, in the eastern part of Germany. It's a little bit weird if your country doesn't exist anymore, isn't it?
Born in a country that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
That's unique.
Mm-hmm. Somehow. It's a bit like being born on February 29th.
Right.
Oh, well, not quite unique. Russia has had
Sure.
regions broken off and turned it and said, "We're a country now. We name ourselves this,
That's true. But they're working on putting it back together, so
yeah.
I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but they're working on it. So, did we just cross into another country here? I think it might be Serbia. Because I think Serbia is
correct.
also using Cyrillic.
Yes, I think yes, I can see the borderline
Mm-hmm.
on that map.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say what country, but whether.
Let's take a look at Google. Might be able to help here. We're at... That was Belgrade and... no... No, Belgrade is Serbia already. So we did cross the border
Yep.
earlier on. Yeah, quite a while ago, actually. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So there are the railroad tracks right down there. Is that... No, that's a street. Or is it the railroad tracks? I'm not sure. Let's see. It's a combination. It's both. The railroad tracks are running alongside the street, so... That is nice. Has any of you guys done a I don't know, like for crying out loud.
We haven't done one of those.
Yeah, I know.
No, me neither.
Yeah, you can kiss my behind. I mean, a train ride longer than just a couple of hours, something like with an overnight stay on one of those trains. I mean, like the Orient Express. You know, this is running several days in a row, so you're gonna get from Paris to Istanbul. So you have sleep cars and all that. So, did you do something like that?
I've done that before.
Can you sleep in these cars?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
It takes a while to get to sleep, but you do get to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did anyway.
I mean, it's because it's rocking, it's moving all the time, and you've got the you've got the noise.
Yeah. Takes a while to get to sleep, but I got there.
I would be afraid of to fall off my rack, really.
If you ever come to Australia, you should try railroad.
Okay. Why should I? Because
we've got the longest railroad track in the world.
You do? Okay. Does it do circles around the entire country?
No, but highway number 1 does.
So, how long can you ride on the train?
I can't remember.
What is the longest ride that you can do?
see. Just check this.
At least several days, probably. You know, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon that I will be in Australia, because it's on the frickin' other side of the world, and I have kids that are going to kill me if I try to put them on a plane that takes or even with stopovers, it's going to take 26 hours to get there from my place.
Okay. We got some really good iconic journeys. The most famous is called the GARP, the India Pacific and the Overland. Says here, known for their luxury and scenic routes. Other notable options include the Karanda Scenic Railway, vintage railways, journeys, and various heritage trains. Okay, the GARP goes from Darwin to Adelaide, with options to include Alice Springs and Uluru.
It's basically almost all across the let's call it a continent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Australia is a continent.
Yeah.
It's from north to south.
Not bad.
Which is about 4,000 kilometers.
That's nice.
And yeah,
that is actually some real adventure. Does it? Can you step off the train at some places so you can see the site? I mean, it's almost like a cruise ship ride where you can it is going to stop at a nice city, and you can step off the train and walk through the city and then get back on the train and go on, something like that.
Yeah, it stops at a few places.
Okay. So it is a train cruise, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a 3-day ride.
Okay.
So
only 3 days.
Well,
it's got to go pretty. Let's do the math. If it does like 60 to 80 miles per hour, how long it's going to take for the train to go 4,000 kilometers? Let's say 120 kilometers, and then it's going to take 40 hours. Something like that. Yeah, 3 days might make sense. Yes, I thought it would be more. But 3 days is nice, because I wouldn't want to stay longer on a train. I would not be able to do a cruise ship tour that goes for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, because I need to move. I need to see different places and always be on the move.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I'll have checked it up. 2,979 kilometers, or 1,851 miles.
Okay. That makes sense.
Average length of the train is 774 meters.
700 and how long?
774 meters on average.
Okay, that's quite a lot. That rivals the. There are American trains that are even longer, I guess. Vinny?
Length of the journey is 54 hours.
Okay, I see.
At 85 kilometers an hour. Maximum is 115.
Okay. There are very long trains in the U.S., if I remember correctly. When these freight trains that it can be like, I don't know how long, but probably even miles long.
Yeah, well, if you compared the train ride from in Australia, begun in Australia to a US, to the entire continental US. You could go from the most northern part of the US to the southern part of the US and still have a bit more room to go.
I mean, in Australia.
Meaning Australia's
Bigger.
railway is so long, you could go from the north to the south and still end up in the sea before it stops.
Okay, I see.
We don't have a lot of railway tracks here in Australia. We use truckies or truck drivers to get around, or aircraft, because
Okay.
there's not much road in the middle of the outback.
Sure.
And the number one highway here in Australia circumnavigates the entire Australian continent.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. In the middle of Australia is desert-like.
Oh yeah, not much can live there.
Lapovo. That's the next waypoint here. 22:42. Like 20 more minutes, something like that, and then I would like to find a final resting place for today. Chichevach, maybe something like there. Where is Lud? Yeah, unfortunately there are not many airfields coming up ahead. Maybe Davidovac. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but we can just follow the railroad for a while, and then let's see what comes up.
There's a airport, LYTR, Lima Yankee Tango Romeo. It's near the route and looks like it works out time-wise for you.
LYTR. Let's see, where is it? Well, you're gonna tell me once we're there. I'm just gonna fly along the route, and then I'll see it, I guess. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, it's called Tresnik, something like that, or Triztenik.
Yeah, I see it. Triztenik.
Triztenik.
Okay, let's go there. Let's actually, I'm going to try to put it into the GPS here. Maybe it works. I have not been using it so far. LYTR. Lima. Yankee. Tango. Romeo. Yeah, that seems to be working. Oh, it does. I'm surprised it was that easy. Well, let's see if it could do some procedures. Select approach. It can actually, it's a pretty competent system really here. It's the small, does it say which version of the Garmin system it is? It's the Fit 530, the GNS 530, okay. I want to select, Yeah. Let me select an approach, please. Yep.
Yeah, I just entered the LYTR into destination airport in my AFB, and it's given me runway 29.
Runway 29, okay. I'm just going to follow you. I have not yet been able to select a specific approach here.
Yeah, I'm going the wrong way.
Okay, there's the autopilot. Let's put a nav here. Activate it. And I should no, we are on GPS already. So it should, theoretically, it should fly the route, I guess. F1, blah, blah, blah. Now it works. I think. Okay, let's take a look at the procedures. Enter. It's a little weird here. Enter. Maybe it does not have the data for this. I mean, I'm kind of spoiled because the Kodiak has all kinds of data in it, but maybe it doesn't really have all the different approaches.
It's a short runway.
That's not a problem. I have a STOL plane. But you don't. Yeah, well, you can do. It's the King Air is doing pretty well.
Pretty good. Yeah. I'll just have to do a long approach.
We're talking about Lima Yankee Tango Romeo, right?
Yeah.
That's a 5,000-foot runway.
Yep.
That should be good enough.
Okay.
Even for the King Air.
Should be.
It's not really that short. Short is like 1,000 feet.
Right.
On Papua New Guinea.
And I can do 1,000 feet. I just need my reversers. Hell, you were landing on mountaintops the last time we flew together. Go ahead, Loy.
Yeah, I do have reversers, and I forgot to use them last time. Might be able to land nice and short.
You'll do fine, I guess.
Yeah, the best one is 29. It's got a 14-knot headwind.
Agreed.
We do have quite a lot of crosswind right now. My plane is flying in, I don't know, 20 degrees deviation. You know what I mean? It's flying sideways, basically.
I've got a 22-knot mostly tailwind.
Okay. I cannot see this on my plane because I don't have an indicator for this, but I can see the track that it's running, and it's pretty. It is not. It is not. You know what? It's not. It's simply not.
It's not pointing where it's going.
Exactly. It's not. There's snow down there. What the heck? No, it's raining.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
at least there is some. There are some textures that look like snow on the ground here. I'm not sure if this is maybe from the satellite imagery, but it looks. And what's the outside temperature? Can I see it somewhere here? I'm not yet familiar with this plane. I don't know what kind of indicators I have here.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're landing here. I'm running on fumes almost.
Yeah, I was going to say, getting low on fuel here.
I've still got like half left.
I got 17% in my tanks.
Seeing some weather ahead on the radar and out my windshield.
Oh yeah, lots of bad weather.
Shouldn't this thing have some kind of outside temperature gauge? I mean, every plane, or many planes, possibly not every plane. Well, one fighters might not have a temperature gauge, but this one.
Some tail draggers probably don't. Stagger wing wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
The only electronics that has is a radio.
Mm-hmm.
You can sometimes get weather from the EFB.
Yeah, that's what I'm using at the moment. Doesn't show the temperature though.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have. But that would be not the actual temperature that you have at your given altitude right there where you are. Because I mean, even if you had the. I mean, usually today people are using apps, on their smartphones or tablets and looking at that. But it would be nice if a plane has a temperature gauge just to know the outside temperature. Whether pitot heat, for example, makes sense. It probably doesn't. It does right now here?
Let's see.
Oh, dude, the weather up ahead. It's raining. Cats and dogs. There's a wall of rain coming up.
Could be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Titanic on my Google Maps at the moment. Doesn't show anything about weather there.
Now, Google Maps would not be my
Yeah.
my preferred.
But at least I know where everything is in English.
That's true. Absolutely, it's much easier. LYTR. Yeah, it's even got a tarmac runway, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks like a real airport to me.
Not one of those dirt patches.
Or one
Yeah,
of
we
those
got one of
grass
those.
runways that you can't even see where the runway is versus the grass that's around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate grass runways, especially when they don't have the white markings to show where you're supposed to land.
I've landed on runways with this plane in fly-ins where I didn't know if I actually landed on the runway until I looked at my trail on the little nav map.
Exactly. And that's a pretty that's actually a challenge if you're flying on ice. I really like to fly on Iceland, but if you're flying during the winter time and snow is everywhere. I mean, on Iceland there's
Right.
flying airplanes are one of the most important means of transporting goods and all that, because
Yep.
all of the remote regions where you cannot go to, if it's winter time, then you need planes. And
Of course.
And it's fun to try to find the actual runway if everything is completely snowed over.
It's just all white.
Mm-hmm. Little nav map helps, actually. It can kind of guide you a little bit. We're not going to fly into the wall of rain. Actually, the airport is.
It's right on the edge of it. I
exactly.
see.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it worked out.
Elevation is at 687 feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of flyers ahead of us. I think they just took off from there. It seems to have climbed.
Okay, let's turn off the autopilot. Which one did you say? 29?
Yeah, 29 for wind.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's around 16 or 17 knots, but we're heading into the wind at about 16 or 17 knots when we land.
That's nice. Means we can do a very short landing.
Mm-hmm.
Around 30 miles from the airport at the moment.
30 miles? Or
30 miles.
13 miles.
No, 30 miles.
That
It's at my
far?
1 o'clock. Yeah, it's at my 1 o'clock, and I want to do a nice long approach.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I haven't turned much.
Because I mean, I'm at the airport already, almost, and you're just 8 miles
Yeah.
away. But you're gonna do
Yeah,
a longer approach,
final.
an IFR approach, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, there's no ILS. It's an
Yeah,
NDB.
the only approaches
War.
are available are visual,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is what I'm using. Runway in sight.
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay. Thought I was going to the wrong runway. Well, I might be. Yeah. I've got to do a go around so I can land.
Me?
No, I have
You.
to.
Okay.
Yeah. I was looking at the runway on NavMap,
Mm-hmm.
and I was heading towards it and didn't realize it was the wrong one.
Okay.
Well, the wind is definitely helping the landings here. It's coming right down the runway.
Mm-hmm. But it's also quite bumpy. There's a little bit of turbulence here. Short final.
Okay.
They have a little tower here and everything.
Coming in for a right base approach.
But the taxiways are still a pretty, let's say,
No.
Rural?
rural.
No,
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
No.
No. That bad?
I think I ran out of fuel.
Yeah, well, you got to call an emergency here. Emergency. A Mayday, probably. Mayday.
Yeah.
I want to park under your wing here, Vinny, because I think my plane is small enough. Mm-hmm. It might actually work. Yep. That does work.
I usually use the add fuel on the when I'm parked on the runways.
It's raining. I forgot to raise my flaps. Pity. So, where are you, Loy? I cannot see.
Okay.
Are you seeing this weird little break in the terrain here that I'm standing by?
No, but I see you somewhere in the terrain up to the waist. If you go into this, go. Yeah. If you look at the stream, you can see that I see you stuck in the terrain here.
That's funny. Let me see if I go deeper if I walk forward.
Oh no, the weather has changed dramatically. No rain anymore. What the heck?
Okay. I can see you on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
defrag, and I'm 6 miles out.
Mm-hmm. But Vinny, I can see another gap here, or maybe some kind of step.
Yeah, you're seeing the same sort of thing I was seeing. It's just in a different spot, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well.
Very weird.
I'm gonna run to the runway and make sure that you
Get very wet.
make sure that you are getting all the applause that is appropriate for a landing without fuel.
Right.
Well, I added just a bit more, so I can get in
That's
without
cheating.
having to
glide. No applause for you. If you cheated, no applause. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I didn't want to have to glide in.
Why not? That's fun to do.
Yeah, but I had to slew up anyway, so that was still cheating.
There's an AI plane coming in from Munich. Right behind you. I'm not sure if he's going to land here, but...
I don't have AI aircraft on, so I can't see him.
He's behind you. He's coming from EDDM. That's Munich.
Okay. Coming in now, I can see the airport. I have the taxiway, have the runway in sight. Almost stalled there. That buddy.
Don't mess it up on the last couple of yards.
You came all this way.
Yeah. Even without fuel. Dude, that was
right.
that was divine intervention that you got this far.
Yeah. I was running so low on fuel, I almost I couldn't make it to this airport. Okay, I'm coming in.
Hot and fast.
Not so hot. I'm at 80 knots.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for us on the left side of the runway.
Yeah, please
don't
run us over. When you took off from the touch and go, you went onto the field there. Please don't do that right now.
Yeah, I noticed. And a butter landing, I think.
Excellent. Yeah, you're doing well.
Thank you. And I'll just go to parking over there.
I guess I see why they give us 2 nameplates now. One stays with the plane and one goes with you when you walk away.
Hmm.
That might be, yeah,
Probably.
That might be it.
If it was intentional, I'd say good effort. I'm not sure about that with Microsoft.
If and only if it was intentional, right?
Where are you going? What are you doing with your plane? It looks pretty...
I was parking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Ground brakes are now on. It wants to take off just in idle. And engine shut down.
I think this is so cool that we can see each other's
Yes,
tags.
absolutely. He's missing his nose gear.
You're kidding.
Not for me. No, not for me. I see all 3 wheels.
And I don't see his engines running, despite the fact that I can hear it.
His props are both spinning, and he's standing on the wing.
Oh,
It looks
man. I don't know what's wrong with this sim.
like. Now he's standing. He's standing in a way that he's popped out of the top of the cockpit.
Yeah, I'm getting. Okay, I'm getting back in. Hold on.
And you're stuck in the grass or in the... I don't know what this ground actually is.
You're floating like a foot above the ground.
At least I'm not the only one seeing glitches here.
Yeah, a few bugs left to get.
Would you care to step out of your plane? I mean, I know your plane is very nice inside, but for a final photo,
Oh yeah.
please,
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
please,
Yeah.
do me the favor. Come out of your nice plane. Well,
Yeah.
there you are.
Oh yeah, there
Drop bear.
Yeah.
You look a lot longer. You look a lot younger than you actually sound.
I'm 63.
Yeah. Looking at your face, you look more like 23. Your avatar
I should
is.
have put. I should put grey hair on my avatar.
Mm. Oh, you gotta do the photo, Vinny, because if I cannot leave my avatar, I cannot use the drone view. That's something that you can do, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I can use a screenshot with my NVIDIA.
Well, I was about to, and then you disappeared. Where'd you go?
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button, and I.
Oh, you jumped back in your plane,
Exactly.
didn't you? Yeah.
Yes. Can I jump?
Here we go.
Yeah, there we are.
Control F1 on if you have an NVIDIA card or take a picture.
The thing is, I cannot I cannot view my avatar from a. I cannot activate a third person view for reasons that I don't know. I'm not sure what's the problem here, but
Yeah.
I got the picture. I'll drop it in the gallery.
thank you.
Yeah, I got it. A sec.
Your plane is so noisy.
Yeah, I don't know why it can't shut down.
Well, people,
One
thank you so much for flying. That was nice, as usual.
It was good fun, as always.
There's their plane. Next time I'm gonna fly with a Kodiak again. I really do like the little Cessna, but the Kodiak is so much more convenient when it comes to doing approaches and stuff. So anyway, I'll go to bed and I'll see you guys. I'm not gonna do a tour on the weekend, but maybe are there some group flights that you would recommend doing outside of streaming? I don't need to do that all the time. I just want to have some fun.
Well, okay. Red Heron.
Red herring.
Red Heron.
Heron.
As in the bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He does exclusive. He's helicopters only.
I don't like helicopters.
You get used to it. And then there's the Aussie group flights. There's usually a lot there, and Texas props.
I can on the forums. I can see there is Aussie group flights, Team UK Warbirds on Friday.
Bush divers.
Then bush divers. I'm probably gonna take a look at bush divers because I'm a member of the VA. So, but apart from that, North Slovakia.
Yeah, I'm not, but I fly with them regularly.
Oh
yeah, I've flown with them.
It's fun. That. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to take a look.
Aussie group flights. We're doing Warbirds tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tonight for you. It's tomorrow for me.
Right.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean. So, Warbirds. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Oh, dude. That's midnight.
Oh. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. here.
Yeah, sure, but it's midnight for me. I'm not sure.
But it's also a day ahead. So
yeah, we'll see. But the single-engine warbird of your choosing, Spitfire, Hurricane. Okay, sounds fun.
Yeah, it'll be Saturday night here. And it should be Friday for you.
Yeah. But very late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look at bush divers anyway.
We usually fly around. We usually take off around 7 a.m. here. So it should be around noon for you.
Noon.
11 a.m. For you, it'll be around 11 a.m.
If it's 6 a.m. for you, it's not 11 a.m. for me. Or noon.
Oh, sorry. 6 a.m. Here.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure about you.
Then if it's you're at 7 a.m. right now, right? Something like that.
7:20, yeah.
7:20. So it's 11 p.m. for me.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go to bed right now. You were just taken off for the day. You were just you've been dropping out of your bed a couple of hours earlier, but your day starts, mine ends.
Yeah, take a look at the pic. It's in the gallery before you leave, Matt.
I will. Let's take a look right there. Orient Express. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. I can actually see my nickname for once. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Nice picture.
Not a problem.
Alrighty, guys. So take care. I'll see you on the next event. Maybe
Take care,
on the
too.
weekend. We'll see.
We'll catch you on the next one, and
Have a good night. Or a good evening, whatever.
I'll be back.
Exactly. Bye, guys.
Oh, yeah. Nice pick.